Waking up to ash and dust. I wipe my brow and I sweat.
We're officially recording. Welcome to the continuation of the Diamond Dash training. I am beyond excited and pumped up for what you guys are doing with your business. I know that our leaders, your leaders, have put a lot of effort into creating the best training and best content for you guys to advance and grow your business. But more importantly, to get in the right mindset to do this long term and to make a bigger, deeper impact over the course of time. So, last week was awesome. Thanks again for forgiving me on being 20 minutes late to the call with Sagi. But he seriously delivered. So if you missed Sagi's call last week, make sure that you go back and listen to that. He had some great takeaways on leadership and expanding your vision and deciding that you are the one. Who out there, comment below, who out there is telling yourself every single morning, I am the one, 10 times a day. I am doing it, and it feels awesome. So with that being said, I'm going to introduce our topic today. Today we're going to talk about rank and volume, along with the leadership ladder. The leadership ladder is something that came out about a year ago, which we didn't have before. Rank's all good. Becoming diamond is important. One-star diamond is important. But the leadership ladder really is a great way to measure that your success personally with your own goals and the success of your personally sponsored coaches and your entire team. So Melanie's going to cover rank and volume and the leadership ladder. I'm going to talk about the compensation plan and briefly touch on the coach placement and then direct you to some great videos if you want some more advanced coach placement tips. So I'll emphasize the importance of coach placement today and then direct you where you can go to get some advanced coach placement tips for your business. I want you to be prepared. This is one of those calls that's going to have the little Beachbody income disclaimer because there's going to be actual numbers shown from businesses. So make sure that if you share anything from here, you are using that income disclaimer from Beachbody. The one that says individual Beachbody coaches' income or statement is a direct reflection of their hard work and their effort and their skill level. So I will make sure that's on the video in the description, and then make sure if you share anything from here that is covered. So unfortunately, and we knew this from the beginning, but I want you guys to know Melanie Mitro is the number one coach in Team Beachbody. She was number one last year, crowned top coach last year, the second female top coach in the history of the company. Our upline, my coach, Lindsay, was the first female top coach. Melanie was the second female top coach. Melanie is also a part of our downline. Since we're going to be talking about rank, volume, coach placement, Melanie is a part of my strong leg in a part of my organization. She's not personally sponsored by me, obviously, but she is a part of our organization. So we reached out to her, and she is right now, she's like 15-star Diamond Day in Santa Monica today. And it's also, she's preparing for a team retreat that she's doing. So she couldn't be on live since she's doing a live training with her team tonight, but she made this video for us this morning. And I watched it, and I got it embedded into this slide for you guys. So what we're going to do first is we're going to listen to her talk about rank and volume with the leadership ladder, and then we'll go into the things that I'm going to talk about. But I want to give you guys a quick note, and I will start to distribute those if you guys can't find them. I saw them in a Western Leaders page, but they're interviewing all the 15-star diamonds today, and they're putting them up publicly on I think I just saw it on Facebook. Maybe it's on Carl Deichler's page. I just saw it shared into. Okay, go to Carl Deichler's page, and you can see the interviews with the 15-star diamond coaches, the new 15-star diamond coaches from this year. I just barely watched Melissa McAllister, who became a double 15-star diamond. So if you want to learn from the best, listen to them and learn what they're doing, see what they're talking about, most importantly, see why they're doing it and what their mindset is, because that's going to be the key to it. So that being said, I'm going to move this on and let you guys listen to Melanie Mitro. She started in 2011, right after I started as a coach, and it's been awesome to see her grow her business into the place that it is now. Her and Matt and their two boys are an incredible family, and she's an incredible leader, and she actually spoke on this topic at Summit. So if you weren't at Summit, You missed out there, but we're going to learn from her right now. She made this for us this morning. It's going to be 30 minutes. Just pretend she's on here live with us, and then I'll go from there. And if we have time at the end, I want to do a Q&A with you guys on anything that you don't understand or are missing out on. So here we go.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much, Scotty, for having me on your Push to Diamond call this evening. I'm pretty excited to be able to speak to you guys about something that I'm pretty passionate about, that I got a chance to speak at Summit about. And I'm sorry I can't be on live this evening. I have a team call, and we're getting ready for our team leader retreat that's going to happen this week here in Florida. So lots going on, but I wanted to make sure that I delivered you guys a really great message. So I prepared some notes. And so Scotty, as amazing and as wonderful as he is, and what an amazing leader, he invited me to speak on this call. And so when he asked me to speak about rank and volume and the leadership ladder, and sort of the compensation plan, I really was like, absolutely. This is something that I have been preaching to my team for quite some time now. My main focus with my team is, and my goal for 2015 is to help develop leadership within my team, is to help my coaches start to create a vision and set goals for themselves and accomplish their financial goals, their rank goals, their recognition goals, and really give them a good, solid game plan for where to go with their business. So when the leadership ladder came out, I was like, absolutely, this is exactly what I need. I feel like coaches need concrete goals and concrete benchmarks that they can basically check off, or they can evaluate themselves and say, yep, I've been consistent, or nope, I've been slacking, or I've done everything on this list except for personally sponsored coaches getting Success Club, or myself getting Success Club. So I feel like the leader ladder encompasses all the things that a well-rounded business should have. So as you guys are here, some of you may be Diamond, some of you may be really close to Diamond. I'm going to walk you through basically the process that I do with my coaches as they're pushing for Diamond in their Beachbody business. So the first thing that I say to my team is, guys, Diamond is the gateway for future success. It is, again, like when you go to Emerald, that's your first real rank advancement. That's your first real step into the actual compensation plan, where you can begin to earn team cycles and bonuses and volume. And Diamond is the same way. Diamond is like the gateway to leadership. It sort of opens the doors for you to be able to strategize. But I feel like most coaches, including myself, kind of clawed my way to Diamond. Anybody that I could turn, that was a customer in a challenge group, that I could transition into a coach, anybody that I could get to sign up as a coach, for the discount and be a preferred customer right from the get-go, I was doing. I was anybody that I could get to become an Emerald. I was sort of grabbing at straws. And so I sort of built this skeleton of a diamond cake. And it was not very flavorful. It was not decorated very well. At any point in time, the whole thing could come crashing down because it had a little weak point over here, And so many of you might be saying, well, that's exactly where I am. So when I get to Diamond, then what? What's my step after that? How do I make sure that once I get to Diamond, I'm building a foundation upon rock and not upon sand? And so that's really why when you combine the principles of the leadership ladder with a push to Diamond, you can start to create solidarity right from the get-go. So think about Diamond as the gateway to future success and future strategizing for your business. I mean, I'm sure that most everybody on here, your goal is to get to Diamond to pay off certain bills, or be able to leave your full-time job, or create a substantial income. So whatever it is that you're doing, the faster you get there, the faster it's going to happen. So you really need to light that switch and ignite that fire and say to yourself, if I don't get to Diamond by September 30th, I know this is extreme, but somebody's going to take my kids away. You would work harder to get to Diamond if you knew your family was on the line. You have to have that strong why that drives you even when you would rather not do it. So when we're talking about getting to Diamond and pushing for Diamond, what's your why? What's your sense of urgency? What is going to make you get up out of bed every morning and do this business? And the faster you get there, the faster your success is going to happen. So there's definitely a sense of urgency. But at the same time, we want you to create a business that is built, again, on a solid foundation. So how do you do that? Well, it starts with the basics. You can't get to Emerald unless you have 2 coaches. You can't get to Diamond until you've got 4 and 4 and 2 Emeralds. So how do you get there? Well, it's the worst way to do it is just to go out and sign your brother and your mother and your sister-in-law and your father-in-law and pay for all their product and sign them all up as coaches just so you can get to Diamond. That is not building a stable foundation. What you want to do is you want to follow the business practices that Beachbody has laid out. Every single month, you should have a strategy and a game plan. As much as this job is about helping people and helping people to get results, it's a business. And you have to think as if each and every one of you are your own little mini Carls. What's your business plan? What's your marketing plan? How are you going to attract the right people to you? When are you running your challenge groups? When are you going to do a 5-day sneak peek with your team? And when's your next business opportunity call? And when is your next Coach Basics going to start? And you need to strategize all of that out on a calendar so you know exactly when you're going to do what activity. And then you can go in and you can say, all right, if I'm going to run a challenge group on the 21st, I know that I need to start advertising today. Challenge groups are still the bread and butter of my business. Running challenge groups every single month, coming up with creative ideas that's not just health and fitness group or a weight loss challenge. It is something creative and different that gives me the competitive edge. That's what continually brings new customers into my business. So that's the first point of it, right? And if you look at the business starter benchmark is the basics of the leadership ladder. And it says right in there, your goal is $100 a month and Success Club 5. And that's solid foundation. So if you're pushing towards Diamond, Success Club is a non-negotiable. It's not even something you blink at. So I tell my coaches, get your challenge group started at the beginning of the month so you can get it out of the way. It's the first thing you do, and then you don't have to worry about it. By the 5th or the 10th of the month, check it off the list. Then, once you get to Success Club, you don't just stop doing those 3 vital behaviors. You continue to become more efficient. You continue to become quicker at them. You invite more people. You're leading by example. You're still drinking your Shakeology every day. You're still posting your workout motivation. You're listening to national wake-up calls. You're thinking about how can I perfect my niche? How can I have excellent customer service so my customers stay on Shakeology? They share it with others. How can I make sure that I am being the type of coach that I've promised them that I can be? And at the business starter level, it gives you all of those things. Being able to explain the value of Shakeology and challenge packs, understanding the compensation plan, doing the 3 vital behaviors. Personal development is key. If you think you can just get yourself to Star Diamond or Diamond and not ever read a personal development book, you're sadly mistaken. You can't do just 2 pieces of the puzzle. You've got to do all 3 of the vitals to be successful. At this phase of the game, guys, it's all about how to, have you done a Coach Basics? Are you connecting with other people? Are you inviting people? A lot of people have a great warm market. They put out an advertisement. They get a bunch of people that want to join their challenge group, and they don't invite, and they don't add to their contact list. And then 3 months into the business, they run out of their warm market, and they don't understand why all of a sudden it's not working for them, and they lose momentum. So at the business starter, the brand new coach level, you should be connecting, inviting, adding people, following up, and becoming efficient at the basics. So that inviting becomes second nature and you just sort of do it, right? If you learn how to do those things, like setting your business hours is another one at that level, and really figuring out how to promote yourself on Facebook and telling your story and, coming up with better social media images. If you do those things, your team that is yet to come is going to follow. Look, leadership is not something you do when you reach a certain rank. Leadership is something you do at the beginning. People don't follow you, or you don't say, I'm going to become a leader when I have a team to lead. You lead before anybody's even given 2 craps about you. right? You're out there and you're preaching from the to the choir, and you don't care if anybody's listening because you know you're super passionate about this business. And no matter what, if you're not coming with me, somebody else around here is. And that's the message you want to portray, is confidence in your ability to lead your future team. So, at the basics, you have to have that. You have to start there before you can advance to the next rung of the leadership ladder, which is emerald to ruby, all the way up to diamond. So when you're looking at strategy and focus and direction in your business, this gives you high level strategy. The next step of the rung of the leadership ladder talks about income. So when I'm looking at teaching my team how to build towards diamond, and they've got their emerald and they have their 2 personally sponsored coaches, I'm saying to them, all right, guys, I want you to be a team builder. And we need you to earn about $250 a month. We need you to definitely hit Success Club. Again, non-negotiable. You're at least an emerald, and you've got 2 personally sponsored coaches with 1 or more Success Club points. And you're accruing 200 team volume on your weak leg. So as we're going through and they're signing up coaches, it's no longer left, right, right? It's strategic. This person, I think they're going to be a strong business building coach. I want them on my weak leg. All right, this person I'm not so sure about. Let's put them on my strong leg. And then once you get your 4 and 4, and then you start to say, okay, who's going to be my emeralds? Who are the people that I can work with? As you're signing coaches up, if you want to get to the team builder rung of the leadership ladder, you can't just sign people up and just leave them. You have to begin to say, how do I get this coach started? I need to set up a getting started right call. It's not just about getting to diamond and letting everybody figure it out. It's like, I need to build a team because I need coaches to get Success Club points so I can advance to the team builder. I can get the recognition of a team builder status. And I'll be quite honest with you, the compensation plan is great, emerald, diamond, star diamond, but this leadership ladder, it carries more weight because it says that your organization is well-rounded. It says that you're creating substantial income that is sustainable, and you have a team that is also duplicating your own success. And so at the emerald and ruby rank, you're beginning to learn how to recruit new coaches. You're beginning to onboard and support coaches on your team. You're learning how to duplicate the success that you've had with the 3 vital behaviors. You don't need to know how to know all the answers of onboarding and getting people started, but you want to start right now creating a system. Documents that helped you understand rank, documents that helped you, or videos that helped you understand inviting or handling objections, things you want to save so that when those things come up with your newly sponsored coaches, you can pass that right along to them. So it's really key that you don't step over this and say, well, when I get to diamond, I'll figure out how to run, I'll figure out how to do a getting started right call, or I'll figure out how to, enroll them in a coach basics, or I'll figure out how to invite people to a business opportunity call, or, so you want to start at this level, because the sooner you embrace the responsibilities of a leader, the sooner you're going to advance. Also, the 200 team volume on your weak leg, it makes you realize what is required in order to start cycling and building that residual income. Because, no matter what you choose to do, rank or volume, one will always precede the other. But if you're growing a business and you're pretty consistent with it, one's always going to catch up because your strategy tends to just generally switch. But if you're saying to me, I don't care about being recognized, I don't care about, getting a shout out for being diamond, I need to make money because they're going to shut off my electricity, or I'm not going to be able to pay my bills. I'm going to mentor you a little bit differently than somebody that says, I need to feel important. I need to be a diamond coach. I need to be one of your personally sponsored diamonds. And so somebody that's focused strictly on building for rank and maximizing their team cycles at each level, I am going to have them stack their weak leg until they start to get to a point where they're cycling enough. They've got that at least 200 team volume on their weak leg a month, if not more. So I'm really going to focus on that. And then once they get close to capping out at $250 a week as an emerald, then of course we're going to flip to the other side. We're really going to work on producing emeralds and getting them to up their cap so that they get to diamond so they can get the $1,000 a week in team cycle volume. Right? But somebody that just needs to get to diamond, it's going to be less of a stack your weak leg, and it's going to be more of, back and forth, left and right, working coaches on your weak, and then your discounts or the ones you're not so sure about on your strong, right? Versus everybody on your weak leg at first. So that's something else I look at. I also say to my coaches, like, if you want to make money faster, look at your personally sponsored coaches. You want to make sure they're getting enrolled. You're doing a getting started right call, and they're setting their date for their first challenge group, and they're getting started, because the sooner you can get your coaches engaged in enrolling activity, the faster your team is going to grow as well. So again, you can't jump to the team builder unless you've built the business starter. And some of you by default may end up at a team builder rank, but eventually it's going to catch up to you, because your leadership is going to cap out at a certain level, and you're not going to be able to move further unless you address some of those issues that you're already having. All right, so the next rung of the leadership ladder is your diamond all the way to 1 star, and that's your team leader. And I love it because at any of these ranks that I've been talking about, you need to meet every single benchmark in order to advance. So like, you can be 5-star and you can have 135 elite points, and you can be an elite coach at the end of the year. But in January, if you don't meet all the requirements, you're still an elite coach. But with a team builder or a team leader, if you don't meet 5-star and 135 points, or 5-star or Success Club, and you drop from the ladder. So it's real time, and it shows that, okay, you're consistently staying at that rank, right? Or at that status on the rung of the ladder. So as a diamond plus, 1-star to 2-star benchmarks, $1,000 a month average. Success Club 5, I say 10 at this level. Diamond rank, at minimum diamond rank, and now you have 4 personally sponsored coaches with 1 or more Success Club point and 5,000 team volume on your weak leg. And when coaches get to diamond, we really talk about this rung of the ladder. And I say, all right, look, this is where we're going for. If you've already achieved team builder, we need to get to team leader. And the sticking point for a lot of people is working coaches, and definitely the 5,000 team volume. And I want you to be very mindful, and don't be deflated if you're like, well, I'm a diamond, but I'm nowhere near 5,000 on your weak leg. Well, isn't that a great strategy? Start stacking your new coaches on that weak leg. Start working with people that are ready to build the business, and your goal is to start developing diamonds so that you can start to get that weak leg up. Then you can start to work towards 2-star diamond, where you begin placing coaches on the opposite side, on the strong leg of your business, hoping to get that second diamond. I tell my coaches, once you get to diamond, you're going team leader, and your goal is 2-star. And that's just the progression that you're looking towards, so that I know that you are beginning to really build an organization with some depth. All right. So what I want to say to you guys is, getting to 2-star means you can open your second business center. You can place your second business center anywhere that you want to place it underneath of you, which is also another way to help you build that weak leg volume and propel you towards the next level, which is the organizational leader, which is 2 to 4-star diamond. But before we kind of talk about that, once you become diamond, and even if you're sitting here now saying, all right, everything that Melanie has talked about, I am doing so far. The next step is, how do you attract people to you even more? Really digging into advanced social media, branding, like page promoting, Instagram promoting. Are you doing blogs? Are you making YouTube videos? But even more important too is, are you running your own Coach Basics? Are you running your own business opportunity calls? Are you running your own 5-day sneak peeks? Are you growing in your own personal development to support your downline? And it becomes a point where you still need to recruit, and you still need to get out there and bring new people in. But now it's time to really begin to kind of cut the ties from your upline and say, all right, I need to learn how to do these things. Teach me how to do a business opportunity call. Teach me how to run a 5-day sneak peek. And then your job is to go out there and do it. But the sooner you start to take that role as a leader, the faster your team is going to grow. I'll tell you, I've had a couple of new diamonds in the past couple of weeks, and the ones that have gone diamond really fast are the ones that say to me, give me the sneak peek guide and I'll do my own. Or I see them out there posting about, enrolling 5 new coaches on their team and doing a brand new coach training, and they're going to mentor 5 people. And they're doing it long before they're diamond. And they're just out there talking as if they're already a diamond or a star diamond coach. So you guys have to have that confidence in yourself that comes with practice, consistency, dedication, staying motivated no matter what, and being able to have a why that makes you so angry and so fired up that there's no way you are not going to let that why drive you. It is going to happen regardless. And so, it takes time and consistent effort, but literally it's like you're clawing yourself to the point where you open the doors and leadership begins. And while I understand that it's hard, it's part of the process. It's part of the growth process. It is, you are giving yourself a raise. And the question is, how fast do you want the raise? What big of a percentage do you want that raise to be? And the sooner you embrace the compensation plan that Beachbody puts out there, and you get yourself to emerald, to diamond, to star diamond, and you mesh that together with the leadership ladder, you understand it, you practice it, and you begin teaching it, the faster and the stronger your organization is going to be. And the bottom line is, I want all of you to get to a point where you don't have to check your sponsorship drill down every single day to make sure that you're not dropping your rank from back to coach again, or you've lost an emerald. I want each of you to say to yourself, I've gotten to diamond, now what? All right, now I need to get my 2 emeralds to have 4 coaches. I need to mentor them. I need to run a push group. I need to talk about the importance of emerald. I need to talk about customer service and Shakeology retention. And I need to identify and be proactive in my business and to see the gaps and the holes, and I need to fix them. I need to fix them before it becomes an issue. And if you're always ahead of the recruiting game, you're always ahead with strategy and placement and vision, you will eventually get to a point where you don't need to hold your breath every single week to say, am I going to reach my goals? Am I going to backslide? Am I going to move forward? Or am I going to stay the same? So the leadership ladder for me has been a game changer as far as teaching tools, visuals where I give to my team. So when they get to Emerald, we talk about getting to the team builder category. Right? Well, I talk about this is where they're going. I show them what their income can look like at the team leader status and give them options about how they want to build their organization and build their team, rank and volume together. I give them that kind of knowledge because I feel like if they're empowered to know why they're shooting for a particular rank, they're much more likely to be driven to get there within that time frame. Guys, like I said before, Diamond really is the gateway. It is the gateway to future success. It is your top priority right now in your business. If you're looking to make this your future, you've got to get to Diamond. You've got to become really great at also presenting the business opportunity. And I tell this to all of my new coaches working towards Diamond. They're like, but how do I find working coaches? I said, it's hard, but you find your working coaches and they're challengers. They are the people you bring into your business as challengers. And those are the people you say, you're having great success. Have you ever thought about coaching? I really think you could do this. It's asking for referrals. It is my customers that see me talking about my 5-day sneak peeks. So if I didn't do my 5-day sneak peeks, if I wasn't hosting business opportunity calls, I don't think that a lot of my challengers would turn into coaches. But because they see me talking about the opportunity and what it's done for my family and my life, and I talked about it even when I was a 1-star and a diamond coach, all those little things like paying for our Christmas presents or paying for our groceries for the week or being able to go on the very first Success Club trip, those little benchmarks were big deals to us, and they are to everybody out there. So don't discount the small wins and the small successes in your business. Shout them out. All the freebies you get, the gifts that Beachbody gives you, the recognition that you get, that kind of stuff is what's going to help you to just propel you forward and attract the right people to you. So what I want to leave you guys with is I'm going to give you the PDF for the leadership ladder so you can dive into it, you can dissect it, you can pull it apart. I want you to give yourself an evaluation on your organization. I want each of you to say, out of the coaches that I currently have, how many are working coaches? Write their names on a piece of paper, right? Get out your whiteboard. I'm a whiteboard girl, so I've got, get your coaches out. You know, you've got your diamond bubbles, your 4 on the left, 4 on the right. Who's your working coaches? Put a star. Who's your discount coaches, right? Underline them. Who are you really worried that is not going to re-up their Shakeology? Put an X beside them. Who's going to be your emeralds? And I want you to say to yourself, am I, and do I have anything to work with at this point, right? Am I secure? Do I see my rising stars yet? And then that tells you that you need to get your butt out there and recruit, right? And that tells you, okay, if I only have one working coach, I need to invite as many people every single day, 5 to 10 people, to join the business opportunity. I need to go down through all of my current customers, send them an email and say, I'm hosting a 5-day sneak peek on the 21st. You know, have you ever considered coaching before? Or does it pique your interest? I'm inviting you to join this free, no strings attached group to just teach you about what it is that I do as a coach to see if it might be a good fit for you. Talk about your next business opportunity call. Invite all of your challengers, all of your current discount coaches, people that are getting great results, that are already coaches, to embrace the business. Ask them if they know 3 to 5 people that would like to join a challenge group and help them advance and get Success Club and begin to have the potential to sign up coaches too. So you just really have to think outside of the box, and you have to leave no stone unturned. And you really just have to go after it with such an intensity and a passion that you're going to do it no matter what. So give yourself a good visual, make yourself a list of who you're going to invite, and then you're not allowed to go to bed tonight until you invite the people on that list, right? So I want you to sit down and I want you to invite them. And what are you inviting them to? I want you to create a group for next Monday through Friday that you're inviting them to learn more about the business opportunity if you don't have one set up yet. Because if you don't give them a sense of urgency or, you know, a place to go, people are like, well, then what's the rush? What's the hurry about me signing up? And you want them to sign up as soon as possible so you can get them started right. All right. So identify your weak spots, identify your volume. Look at your weak leg volume and your strong leg volume and say, where do I need to add coaches? What is my strategy? Building for rank, building for volume both at the same time. Where's my placement going to be? Have a discussion with your upline about that. That's kind of the next step of the game, right? Is having that discussion of where my coaches need to go and what's the best strategy for me. And then lastly, if your spouse is on your weak leg, you know, and you've got your coaches, your 4 and your 4, why wouldn't you give your spouse 2 coaches? Why wouldn't you place 2 people? It's going to help you build your weak leg, and it's going to get you the emerald that you need there. Or vice versa. If your husband's on your strong leg, why wouldn't you get them to emerald? That's a no-brainer. You know, and then maybe you have somebody else on the other side that you can talk to. Hey, do you know a friend? Do you know a family member that you can enroll as a coach that wants to try Shakeology or wants to do a challenge group? Enroll them as a coach. Get yourself to diamond so that then from that point you can say, I need to create buffer. I need to think about where I want to go next. How can I now get 2 emeralds on each side and 3 emeralds? And that is how you begin to build a solid foundation for lasting success in your Beachbody business. We don't want you to build it on a house of cards. We want you to be here a year from now. So we're not just telling you these things to get you to diamond. We really, truly do believe that this is really where it starts. I find that the fun begins at the diamond level. So I hope this was helpful. And since I couldn't be on live and I know you're all watching this recording, you have any questions at all, any questions, please, please, please give them to Scotty. He can send me a file of all the questions and I'll just go through. I'll make you a little video and send it back over to you. So I can answer any questions you guys have along the way. So I hope this helps. I hope to see all sorts of great new rank advancements on your team. Give you guys a great big shout out. You're doing an amazing job. You have a fearless leader. So soak it all in and go for it, guys. Got nothing to lose, right? And if you don't go to bed at the end of the night saying, I gave it, I couldn't have done a fingernail more, right? That's how you know you've won the day. All right. Peace out, everybody. Have a great night, and I hope to see you guys soon. Take care.
Awesome. How awesome was Melanie? So I truly remember Melanie starting as a brand new coach with me, and she started as a challenger. Amazing results with the Beachbody Challenge. And, we were in a challenge group, a big group called the Summer Slim Down Challenge, I remember. And one thing I want to mention about her that I didn't mention before, so you can really understand, you guys can tell she is all in on this, right? She's willing to learn, grow. She wasn't an entrepreneur before. She was just, a stay-at-home mom. But the thing about her that I think about is I remember, and I hope that I have the amount of months correct, but I think it was 8, her main way of attracting customers for a challenge group, which become her great coaches, is through her blog. And it's not even a paid website. It's just a blogger account, and you can check out her stuff. But, it's mainly recipes and healthy eating ideas. And I think it was, when I talked to her last, I think it was 8 months of posting on that blog every single day before she got one customer. I want you to stop and think about that for a little bit. And she wasn't at month 5 saying, maybe this isn't for me. This sucks. What's wrong with me? Why is my business not working? She was out recruiting, doing her job and building that blog, but 8 months, guys. And I believe the key to success in a lot of these people that you see is their attitude. They're in it for the long haul. It's not about, if I don't make it by 3 months, like I hear people say, if I don't get there by 3 months, or if I don't hit Success Club 5 by my 3rd month, I quit. Like I tell you, if you have that mindset, you better quit right now, or you're just going to waste 3 months because you have that mindset. So it's attitude. So that's one thing I recognize about her. I wanted you guys to understand that 8 months of blogging. And if you guys want a second testimonial to that, it took me 8 months to become a coach. I did P90X, had great results. I started a blog, and it was Scotty's Over the Top at blogspot.com. I remember I used to follow Jennifer Greenberg's blog, and she followed mine. All I remember was hers was like Starfish or something was her name on her blog. And, I did the same thing. I blogged before I was a coach. So it's the same concept. I wrote blog posts. I tried to inspire people. I didn't care if I made a sell. So I was getting out there. So you can consider those 8 months that I was waiting to be a coach, that 8 months of blogging, just like Melanie did. So, yep, the one where she did the P90X program. So what I want to do is I want to get into the compensation plan and coach placement. And I just want to give a disclaimer right now. I don't want some of the numbers that you guys are going to see. I don't want that stuff shared outside on like a Facebook post or anything like that, because it's not going to be relatable. Nobody's going to be able to relate to it. I like what Melanie said, don't discount the small successes. So as you're sharing success in your business, I want you to share the success of fellow coaches in this diamond group and your success on the smaller level of, hey, I was able to buy all the Christmas presents, or hey, I was able to take my family to, across town and stay at the Hilton Garden Inn or at the Hampton Inn and have a staycation thanks to Beachbody. We're creating memories. I want you guys to do small successes like that. Or, hey, I made a double payment on my credit card thanks to helping 5 challengers get started. So if you guys could do that, could you give me a yes? That's okay. You're not going to share this stuff. But I do want to share it so you guys understand the compensation plan, and so that you understand that you don't have just a $40 business in front of you. That, like Melanie says, like understand and grasp this compensation plan and use it and go for it. Because that's one thing that I do. And I had this conversation with Amy Silverman a long time ago. We went on a Success Club trip together. And, what we were saying is like, we believe Beachbody is going to be around a long time. My coaches are going to be, my coaches, I'm already calling my daughters coaches. Look at that. My daughters are going to be coaches, when she can be a coach in 8 years. And they're going to build incredible businesses, right? So I believe it's going to be around a long time. But here's what I say. Like, Beachbody is hot right now. Beachbody is the in and the hot thing. It may not be the in and hot thing in 10 years. It's still going to be here and still going to be growing and advancing, but like it is hot right now. So why not give it everything you have? That's why you see me, not just because I committed to always being a leader and leading by example, but I'm doing it because it's hot. It's fun. People are excited about our workout program. So I want you guys to understand the potential of this business. And I really decided I was going to share it because I had a coach from this training. She's in our obviously in our downline like the rest of you. She's not one of my personally sponsored coaches, but she found out I wasn't a 15-star diamond, okay? And she's like, how do you make such a great income and you're not a 15-star diamond? And so that's where I want to lead into talking about the compensation plan and coach placement, which she talked about a lot. And, Melanie talked about that in which strategy you should take. You need to be recognized. You need to be compensated, financially, like your family's not going to make it. Your coach placement is going to be different for those different situations, right? If you need to make, $50,000 to bring your husband home because you never see him, there's no reason to really be 5-star. I mean, you're probably going to get 5-star because of the work ethic that you put into it, but it's more important that you get to diamond, make sure you have a strong, solid diamond, and you stack that weak leg and just worry about getting the 2-star and then placing your second business center under your weak leg and build another business under your weak leg so you can get double paid. And I'll make sure you guys begin to understand that today. But it's important that you understand what you actually need before you just start throwing coaches in whichever direction you feel like. So leading into that, I'm going to talk to you guys about these topics. But first I want to show you guys where to find your leadership ladder benchmarks that Melanie talked about. While she was talking with us, I texted her and she sent me over that PDF that she talked about. So I have the PDF here. I'll upload it into the Diamond group. I'll also upload the link to it. I'll create it in my Google Docs and I'll put a link to it in the description of this video, the recording of this video, so that you guys have it. But yes, coach placement is so crucial, and it's going to be different for every single person. You need to know where you're at in your organization and understand your business by getting in there and discovering which is your strong leg, which is your weak leg, what's your weak leg volume, what's your strong leg volume. And I'm gonna get at some of you guys. There's coaches in here in my downline that have 40,000 to 60,000 volume, and some of you even over 100,000 volume on your strong leg and like 200 volume on your weak leg. You have the potential to completely max out a business center at $12,000 a week if you really understood and looked at your business and realized what you have at your fingertips because of when you were signed up, how the team has grown under you. So my goal is to get you guys to own that on top of what Melanie shared. So you're getting this info today from the top male coach and the top female coach in the company. And we truly want you to grow this business to the level you are able to. So if you log in your Coach Online office, you can see your leadership ladder on the very front page. It immediately pops up with your Success Club. Reason is because that's the most important goal and benchmark for you personally monthly. So it's right center in front of your face every single month. But here's where you see the leadership ladder. There's also a click here for more information about this report. I'll also give you that PDF. So for example, ours is last month we were an executive leader, which is the highest rung and rank in Beachbody in the leadership ladder. But here's where it shows the next rung benchmarks. You need at least 8,500 commissions for the month. You need to have at least Success Club 5. You need to be a paid 5-star diamond, and this is for the highest rung. You need to have at least 8 coaches, personally sponsored coaches with at least 1 SC point, and I think that number is ridiculous. You should have it much higher than that. And then your weak leg volume for the month, for all the weeks in that month needs to be at least 50,000 volume. And then you need to have at least 4 of your coaches, your personally sponsored coaches, be team leaders. So you can see right here, like the last month, you can see what ours was. Last month commissions for, remember, this is just one business center. So last month's commissions for that business center was $47,719. I had Success Club 10. Highest paid rank is, I'm a current 8-star diamond. So if you guys are wondering what I am in my first business center, I'm a 8-star diamond. I have 29 coaches last month with at least 1 Success Club point. My weak leg volume was 888,963. So 888,963. And then my PS team leaders was, I have 4 last month, which was right at the benchmark of what I needed for that. So what I want to talk about with you guys right now real quick is understanding myself. I want you guys to understand. I, for example, so you guys know, I didn't become a 1-star diamond until exactly my 1-year mark. In April of 2012, I started April 11th. So I went to diamond in 93 days. I didn't know what diamond was, but I got there following what Lindsay told me. And then I went to 1-star diamond 9 months later. So I could have looked at myself as a failure. Why am I not a 1-star diamond yet? What's wrong with me? But I was determined to bring my wife home from work. And I truly understood building volume. I wanted 1-star diamond. I wanted 5-star diamond, but I wanted the number I wrote down. I wanted 8,000 volume weak leg. I wanted 8,000 volume weak leg, 16,000 volume strong leg. That was my focus. My goal of SC10 monthly, recruiting 5 coaches with an end goal of 8,000 volume weak leg, 16,000 volume strong leg. I was specific in that. Why that? Because that was a 6-figure, that was $2,000 a week, which was more than double my income at my full-time job. My wife could quit her job. I could quit my job. So I literally, when I hit diamond, and it was solid. I had a solid emerald, and solid PS coaches on each side. I began to stack my weak leg. 4 coaches, my goal was 5 coaches a month. 4 coaches on my weak leg, 1 on my strong. 4 coaches on my weak leg, 1 on my strong. 4 coaches on my weak leg, 1 on my strong. So if you guys want to truly understand why I'm an 8-star diamond today, I have 13 diamonds in that business center, but I have 3 on my strong leg currently, and then the other 8 are on my weak leg. So I have 8 and 3. So I'm really just an 8-star diamond right now because I can't go past I can't go past 9-star. I'm 9-star qualifying, 8 official right now. So it'll be a 9-star official in 4 weeks thanks to this diamond training, right? But I can't go past 10-star until I have 5 and 5. So you can tell that I've stacked my business because I have more diamonds on my weak leg than I do on my strong leg. So that's why I am at the place I'm at as an 8-star diamond. I want you guys to know I was a 7-star diamond so you guys can relate and not feel like a failure and embrace this business and the journey. I was a 7-star diamond for 2 entire years without changing rank. I never dropped, and I never gained rank until just 2 weeks ago. So I was pretty stoked about that, pretty proud of my coaches for doing that. But what happened, but I do want you guys also to know about coach placement, is this is my first business center, and then I have my second business center, which Melanie briefly talked about, and I'll talk about it briefly in coach placement. Once you become a 2-star diamond, you can sign up your second business center under your first, and you get to pick where you want to place that business center. So basically what it is you sign up as a brand new coach again, but not under your coach that signed you up. You sign up under yourself. So basically this is my first business center, 8-star diamond. This is my weak leg right here. This is my strong leg right here. So over here, my second business center, once I went 2-star diamond, I put that business center over here on my weak leg, and I began to build my weak leg. Began to build my second business center, which is right now a current 4-star diamond and a 7-star diamond qualifying coach. And 5 of those coaches are star diamond coaches and leaders on this team, which are helping host this team. So, for example, that business center is the same way as my first. I stack the weak leg like a mother for income, right? So when I had this coach ask me, how do I, how do you have the income you have and you're only a 7-star diamond? Because I was a 7-star diamond at that point. It's because I truly stack my business centers to build volume. And then once I hit that volume or get close to hitting that volume where a business caps out, and I'll talk about that, then I start placing coaches so that I could get a new diamond in that business center and bump that business center up. So that is the basics of it. So for example, I have business center 1, business center 2, business center 3, which is a diamond. I helped my mom and my dad build a business center. And this right here is a coach application for my father-in-law's business, which I am going to help build to a 6-figure level as well. So he's going to build it, but I'm going to help place my coaches in his weak leg as he builds his business so that I can help him build volume quicker. And that's what I've done for my mom. So for example, my third business center is under the weak leg of my second business center, which my third business center is actually under the weak leg of my mother's business center, which is in the weak leg of my second business center. So when I build my third business center, for example, to a 6-figure income, my mom automatically has the volume for a 6-figure business. All I need to do is make her a diamond, and my mom makes $2,000 a week, right? So that is why it's important to understand this compensation plan. And Tanya, if you're extremely confused, what I'm going to do is write this down right now. Search Scotty Hobbs Coach Placement 101 and Scotty Hobbs Coach Placement 1 Advanced Coach Placement. So Scotty Hobbs Coach Placement 101, Scotty Hobbs Advanced Coach Placement. I have 2 videos where I use a whiteboard and I draw it out for you so that you can understand it better. So if you're confused, what does that mean? Go watch the videos and learn exactly what that means so you can understand how to build your business. Okay? So, no, I want you to go search for it. It's not hard. Scotty Hobbs Coach Placement 101 on YouTube. Scotty Hobbs Advanced Coach Placement. Go find it. Take ownership of your business in that aspect. So there you go. Write that down. Go watch those videos. You're going to understand coach placement a little bit bigger on a grander scale. So I wanted to show that to you so that you could understand, when she's talking about stack your weak leg, stack your strong leg. And one of the things you're going to have to embrace if you're desperate to bring home a spouse or to pay off debt or you're going to lose your home or whatever it is. I don't know if she's on here live, but I specifically remember Caitlin Lesk. Many of you guys may know Caitlin Lesk. I don't know if she's on live, but Caitlin Lesk was the first coach in my downline to hit Success Club 10. Jennifer Greenberg, she brought on Nicole Murray, who brought on Caitlin Lesk. So we're talking 3 levels deep coaches. I saw that she had the ambition. I saw that she was on my team calls. I saw that she was engaging in the team page. And I saw that she was serious about her business. So instead of trying to drag coaches at the time that were not willing to do those things that were my personally sponsored, that would make me a 1-star, 2-star, 5-star diamond, I remember specifically doing at times an hour-long call with her. And now she's a Success Club 10 All-Star legend. And she's a star diamond and built a business. So I can really say that in that first year, what Caitlin Lesk did in bringing on Michelle Harris as well, who's a Success Club 10 All-Star legend, even though I didn't benefit from rank on that, investing that time into somebody that was willing to build a business and run at my pace created the volume that I needed to be able to bring my wife home from work and retire from my job. And as I did that, I began to attract, and as I grew as a leader, I began to then attract people like Caitlin into my business that I was able to mentor who are now my diamonds. So is that making sense? So you could get stuck in this thing of trying to advance in diamond or in 1-star diamond, 2-star diamond, by forcing your coaches to sign up their family and whatnot. But that's not going to build, that's going to have a skeleton, like Melanie said. And you need to build a solid foundation of building coaches that are building their business on the foundation of Success Club and the 3 vital behaviors. So it's important that you do that and you identify that and take ownership of your office by going into your My Business tab and seeing your volume numbers and see who's creating that volume. You can see who's creating volume in your team as it begins to grow. And when you find them, you mentor them and develop them into the next you. So that's how it really helped me begin to build volume. But at the same time, remember, I was still recruiting, hitting Success Club 10 with 5 coaches a month to build my business. So I hope that helps you guys understand. I know you don't understand coach placement at all right there, but you can watch those videos and get a deeper understanding. I draw out on a whiteboard and explain it so you can understand if you're on which is your weak leg, which is your strong leg. So you begin to stack that volume so you can hit those next leadership ladder rungs, which is going to in turn create a volume and income for your business. You guys are in this not just to be a diamond, but remember to build a 6-figure income. So get in there and start learning that aspect. So let's talk briefly about Coach about the compensation plan. Like I said, remember I have one business set. My first business center is an 8-star diamond. My second business center is a 7-star qualifying, 4-star official. My third business center is a diamond. My mom's a ruby. My dad is going to be an emerald next week, hopefully, as I continue inviting and helping them invite. And then my father-in-law is just getting ready to start. And then my wife is also a business center. And then, yes, Karen, you should absolutely place your spouse immediately. And the reason is let me tell you why. I placed my mom immediately at the top of my second business center weak leg, planning ahead for when I was 3-star that I could place my third business center under her weak leg, build that business to a 6-figure income, and that would immediately make her have the volume in her weak leg for a 6-figure income as well. So even if you don't build it yet, if you place them, it's going to begin to build the strong leg as you build a business. Then when you're ready to build their business, you can go in and build it for them. And I talk about that in my wife's business as well. I built her business to a 6-figure income as well by placing her. I didn't build her business immediately. I made her a diamond, a little after a year, but I placed her in my 3rd month. And Jessica, we're building it together. You're not allowed to build somebody a business. You have to do it together with them. So I work together with my mom. My mom's my assistant. So I work together with her, and she knows how to do everything that I do. So I work together with them. So by building their business, what I mean is I place my coaches inside their weak leg, and then we have to get them sponsoring. So sponsoring are finding people, and then I can close the deal for them. They've got find them, talk about their Shakeology, then I can close the deal. So here's the compensation plan. I want you guys to understand it. So if you go to your My Business tab, My Commissions, you can see your commission subtotal. It'll show your commission. It's in blue. You click it, and it opens up this page, commission subtotal. Retail commissions, and I'm going to fly through this, is 25% commission on any product that you sell. Or residual Shakeology, that's your retail commission. Mine's very low in my first business center because I really build just my customers in my 3rd business center and in my wife's business center. So $14 retail commission that week, subscription commission, $151. This is the commission that you earn when somebody purchases a club membership. That's either your customers or your coaches on a club membership. You get paid for that club membership on a quarterly basis when it's billed to them. Next is the team bonus. Oh man, I have little arrows. The team bonus is right here. So a team bonus, as you get to Emerald, which you guys are at in a diamond, what happens is you have your right leg and your left leg. And this just shows an example. Let's say you have 18 volume on your strong leg and you have 900 volume on your weak leg. What that would be is every time that you have 200 volume on one leg and 100 volume on the opposite leg, that's one bonus cycle. So as an Emerald coach, that's $14. As a Ruby, that's $16. As a Diamond, that's $18. So in this case, you would have 9 bonus cycles for that week. As an Emerald coach, that's 14 times 9, and that's your team bonus cycle commission that week. If you're a Diamond, it's $18. So you would have 9 right here because you have 100 to 200. You would cycle 9 times that week, so it would be 9 times 18. That would be your team bonus cycle for that week. So as you can see, we've built a tremendous volume in our team. You guys saw the volume numbers on that other page. I mean, our weak leg volume for the month last month was 888,000. Our strong leg volume was somewhere near 2.8 million. So we've built tremendous volume in our team over the past 4.5 years. So it says 10,000 here. So what that means is I want you guys to understand something real quick about your business, and I want you to understand something that you can share eventually on, is this a pyramid scheme? And can you make more than your sponsor coach? So this is a team bonus of 10,000. What that means is I want you to understand you get paid no matter how deep your organization goes, you get paid for that. No matter how many levels deep your coaches are, you get paid for that. But what they do is they cap you out at your level. So an Emerald coach caps out at $250. For example, my mom has the ability to make $380-ish a week as a Ruby coach, which she was. She dropped rank 2 weeks ago to an Emerald, so she's capping out at $250. Instead of making her $380, she's capping out at $250. So she's got to get back to Emerald and move on to Diamond. So we're not really concerned with building her to Diamond until she's ready to cap out at Diamond, which caps out at $2,000 a week. So because I'm an 8-star Diamond, that's why this is capped out at $10,000. It's capped out at $10,000 a week. So that you understand that, Diamond caps out at $2,000 a week, 1-star $3,000, 2-star $4,000, all the way up to 10-star Diamond, capping out at $12,000 a week. So in this business center for my team volume, I have the ability to make $2,000 more a week in team bonuses once I hit 10-star Diamond. When I hit 9-star Diamond in 3 weeks, I'm going to get a $1,000 a week raise. This will bump up to $11,000. It'll cap out at $11,000. And Elena, there's a cap. So that, let's say I build a business and I build it hard for a year. And let's say I get to Diamond or 1-star Diamond and I stop building it. So 5 years later, technically that team could grow to where it's at. For example, I have Brigitte Linford on one leg. I have Jennifer Greenberg on one leg. I have Melanie Mitchell on one leg, on the other leg, and Shay Stanford. They can continue building their business. That volume is going to continue to grow. There's a cap so that I don't make $12,000 a week for doing nothing. I'm capped for my rank. So I've got to continually build my business so that I am deserving of that income. So I hope that helps you understand why there's a cap. So that's how that works. And then there's a matching bonus. Once you're a diamond coach, when you're a diamond coach, which is what you're striving for right now, you get a 10% match on your personally sponsored coaches that are emeralds and above on their bonus cycle. So I was hoping this is a little bit bigger. I'll blow it up. So I hope these are some of my personally sponsored coaches. I'm going to show you guys Brigitte Linford, because she's a 15-star diamond and her team volume has grown. Brigitte, her team bonus cycle for the week is $12,000. She caps out the entire business center at a 10-star diamond plus at $12,000 a week. So I make a 10% match as her sponsor. I make $1,200 in just a matching bonus on Brigitte Linford for the week. Guys, that's a $50,000 a year income off of one coach's 10% match bonus. So that's more than I made at my full-time job. So I want you guys to understand that's how that worked. Jennifer Greenberg made $7,452 on her team bonus. So I made 10% or $745 as her match, as a matching bonus for being her sponsor coach. So what I want you guys to understand right here is, like, our business, if you understand this compensation plan, if you can get your coaches to earn money by following this leadership ladder, my business is more than, it's almost $3,000 a week in matching bonus in just this one business center. Guys, that's $150,000 a year without my own commissions, without that $10,000 team bonus cycle, without subscription, just in team bonus cycle, because my coaches, my personally sponsored coaches, are building teams and building their income. So I want you guys to understand this so you can get a bigger picture of why you should sacrifice watching football, doing fantasy football, and doing all this crap that you're doing when you should be building this business to build a lasting impact and income for your family. So what I want you guys to understand about, and one more thing, right? So when you're 2-star diamond, like Melanie talked about, you can open your second business center. So I have the same type of commission, building with my second business center. It's not capped out at like 10,000 yet. It's somewhere around 5,000 to 6,000 a week, but it's growing at the same pace as this. And my third is doing the same, except it's like brand new, like you guys. It's like $300 a week, $250 a week, because it's a brand new business that I started in April of this year. So understand that as you hit 2-star diamond, you can open your second business center. When that business center goes 2-star diamond, you can open your third business center. When that business center goes 2-star diamond, you can open your fourth business center. You can have up to 25 business centers with Team Beachbody. 25 business centers with Team Beachbody that you can cap out at $12,000 a week. I'm going to build this business as hard as I can for as long as I can, because I want to leave a legacy. So somebody asked, is this a pyramid? Right? I mentioned I would say this. Guys, a pyramid is like any structure. People ask me, I'm going to give you guys an answer. Someone says, that's multi-level marketing. I don't like that. Or I heard that's MLM, or that's network marketing. I'm not interested. And I say, why not? Or like Danielle says, what is a pyramid scheme? What do you mean? What's a pyramid scheme? Tell me what that actually means. Do you know what that means? Right? And I ask them so they can understand it, because they have a misconception of what it is. If you have a misconception, buy this DVD, Rise of the Entrepreneur, and share it with people. So when I ask them, they're like, I say, yeah, it's MLM. Why would I be doing anything else? Honestly, why would I do anything else? Like, I'm going to work at my job, but why would I waste my time doing anything else when I can better my health, and I can better the health of people that trust in me, and I can build an income doing that to pay for my kids' college, to make sure my wife doesn't work at night. Like, I can't do that at my job. I can work as many hours as I want, and I'm still not going to be able to do that. So why not do an MLM where I can make a difference, right? So business centers, no, my multiple business centers are my own business centers. So Scott Hobbs 1, Scott Hobbs 2, Scott Hobbs 3. Gabby has her business center. And then, of course, my mom has her own business center. My dad has her own business center. and my father-in-law is signing up tonight. Yeah, a second business center is you sign yourself up under yourself. You basically get another email, you sign yourself up. So that DVD is called Rise of the Entrepreneur. It has business professionals talking about network marketing. So you guys should watch that. It's by the creator of GoPro, by Eric Worre. So the other part of the compensation plan I want you guys to understand, if you guys are not already blown away enough, is the Star Diamond or the quarterly bonus. Obviously, I was not a 10-star, so my quarter bonus last quarter, that's what this QE is, was $3,130. So that is a quarter bonus just for being a 5-star. So if I'm a 5-star in 2 business centers, I get that in both business centers. So that's close to $7,000, and a bonus just as a quarterly bonus for being a 5-star diamond. So there's a quarterly bonus for 2-star diamonds, 5-star diamonds, or 2-star and above, 5-star and above, 10-star and above, and 15-star diamond and above. And what they do is they take 2% of the entire company's income or gain. They split that into 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, and 0.5. That's 2%, right? So what they do is they take all the 2-star diamonds above. That's 2 to 15-star diamonds. They split that evenly between the 2-star diamonds, and they get that as a bonus. The 5-star diamond, they take the next 0.5. They split it between all the 5-star diamonds, 10-star, and above. And so the 5-star gets a part of the 2-star diamond bonus and a part of the 5-star bonus, which is what you see right there is $3,000. And that's every quarter. So just as an average, like right now, the 5-star diamond bonus is anywhere between $3,000 and $4,000. The 10-star diamond bonus is between $10,000 and $12,000 a quarter. Do the math. And if you're 10-star diamond, that's $40,000 a year in just star diamond bonus. And then the 15-star diamond bonus for the last year has been approximately $45,000 to $48,000 a quarter. That's close to $200,000 a year in 15-star diamond bonus for just being in the star diamond bonus pool. So I wanted to make sure that you guys understood that as well, as why you should get to 2-star diamond and begin building that business at that level. So I've gone already 10 minutes over this call of what I wanted to on this call. I got a new coach basics video chat right after this. And they're on there right now seeing these numbers as brand new coaches and probably like, what the heck is going on? So that's what I wanted you guys to understand about the compensation plan in that aspect. Remember, I share that just so that you can get a bigger vision for your life. I went in with my financial planner and he said, he's like, what's your he said, what's your 5-year plan for your business or for your family? What's your 10-year plan? Because you're trying to sell me insurance, life insurance, and all that stuff. And I said, well, I want to have in paid off and in assets, I want to have $10 million in assets that, in wealth in, the next 5 years. And he looked at me a little bit crazy, but that's what you can do with this business. And I don't need $10,000, right? I still live off of the same income I lived off of, except for I get to do some cool things, like take my diamonds to the Dominican Republic in 4 weeks and some awesome things like that. But what you can do is you can create a legacy, retire your parents. Our in-laws, they don't know the news yet. Hopefully they don't watch this yet, but we're going to buy them a retirement dream home next year in cash, we're going to build them a custom home next year. You can do some pretty phenomenal things if you really embrace this compensation plan. And remember that it's not only about rank and about building a deck of cards. It's about building a solid foundation of people like you. So here's a thought to take away. I know Melanie gave you some takeaways. You should have took notes on that. But this is the question I ask myself, right? I have a list of 10 things I do every day. If I do all 10 things and I do it with a negative attitude, I failed that day. I was no good. I can come back and do better tomorrow, right? But I didn't do what I set the standard for myself. If I have the right attitude, the right mindset, and I have a list of 10 things to do and I do 7 of them, I failed. I didn't give it everything I had. Like she said, I couldn't do a fingernail faster or a fingernail better. So how do you know if you are being a good leader to your team, even if you have your 4 coaches right now or your 8 coaches? Because remember, you can't control what they do. Remember, my first year, I didn't go 1-star diamond until 12 months. I was mentoring somebody 3 levels deep. because they created volume, and that helped me retire from my job. So thank you again, Caitlin Lesk, for that, and the team that you've created, and anybody that's part of Caitlin's team, and anybody that's part of our team now. But in my first year, it was them. They were the ones that were running at my pace. So ask yourself every single day, if my coaches did what I did today with a mindset and the activity that I did, would my business grow? Would people join this business? Would new people get into challenge packs? Would new people get started on their journey? So ask yourself every day, your list of 10 things you do every day. Did I do it with the right mindset, with the right attitude? And did I do all 10 things? Don't sell yourself short. Make sure that you're doing everything that you can. Like when I go to bed at night, like it can be overwhelming having a team of close to 40,000 coaches and all these business centers and all these moving pieces. Every new coach, every advanced coach is a moving piece. And I could be overwhelmed and be like, am I doing my best? I haven't reached out to them, and failing or whatever. You can have that mindset, but my mindset every day is, did I do everything that I've committed to do? My list of 10 things, did I do it with the right mindset? And did I add as much value as I possibly could to people? If you do that, you can go to bed every single day knowing that you did the best you can. And if you do that, your business will grow. It's going to take faith. It's going to take the right mindset. And you've got to get out of that. You got to get into the entrepreneur mindset and not the what's the word? Not the employee mindset. I made a video on that this morning. So own your business, learn the compensation plan, learn coach placement, learn strategies, press yourself against what you're used to, think outside the box. How can I engage people better? How can I add more value? And as you do that, you're going to be the person that's like, man, they're changing, they're growing. I want to be a part of that. That's what they want to be a part of, that excitement, that belief, that stepping outside the box, thinking outside the box. You don't want the average people or the unbelievers. You want those people that are like, that's cool what you're doing. So your daughter's telling you got to do more. So I want you to think like that. I thought about my job before, in every job I've ever had. We're trained to do just the minimum. Do just enough to get by. Do just enough to not get fired. Do just enough to keep your benefits. Just enough that they don't let go of you. And if you do more in that mindset, they're going to give you more work and you don't get financially compensated for it. You got to get out of that mindset. You do more work, you make more impact, you're going to be financially compensated for that, and you're going to make a bigger difference. So that's my takeaway is, are you going to raise the bar? I'm always going to raise my bar, but I need you guys as our team and our leaders, because you guys are on here because you are our leaders. I need you guys to raise the bar for yourselves, because I want you walking your daughters to the school bus. I want you rocking your baby when you have your next child and never have to ask your boss if you can have some time to do that. Love you guys. Let's dig in. Let's continue this. And I think we got 2 more weeks for you guys to lock in your diamond. Let's go crush it. See you guys later.